Did you order the 50-piece McNugget with a large Dr. Pepper?
Whoa, Jack, is that you? I haven't seen you since high school.
Hey Chad, what's...
Hey Wojak, how is that safe moon coin doing? I remember you telling me 6 months ago you would be living in a mansion by now.
The bull run is just a couple months away. Right now is a really good time to buy.
Good morning. Good morning, Sonic. Let that be a warning to you. That will be your fate if you go against Fantom meme coins, okay?
That's right. Good morning. Good morning.
And also, good morning. How you doing, Dracula? That's a different one than I thought it was going to be, but it was still a pleasant surprise.
It was very, I don't know, it started as funny, and then it did just kind of make me sad by the end.
Yeah, he's consigned to a life of drudgery, you know, because of Safe Moon. That could happen to you if you're not careful on these streets, player. You know?
Yeah. I mean, look what happened. It's
if it can happen to Wojak, it can happen to you. Okay.
That's right. And yeah, I had to run down the stairs right before we got started because I had a very special delivery of pair of goggles, and I had to sign for them. So
you got important stuff like that.
Yeah, and I'm actually gonna do like this move. Now, don't worry, they're staying on, right? They are staying on. Yeah. But I was telling Corval before we got started that apparently somebody, when you get something from Gucci, I guess they blast the box with perfume on the inside. So literally when I was wearing these, they're like burning my eyes. So yeah, had to move them off. But yeah, also my light was acting up. So now
that's brilliant marketing on Gucci's side to make the goggles unwearable when you get them.
Well, I did say, I said in their defense, I think they are lady goggles. It just happens to be that these are the goggles that are in like all the goggles memes. So I had to get the legitimate pair. But yeah, I guess if you're a lady, you like opening the box and getting blasted in the face with like perfume. So
and infamously, ladies like having perfume sprayed directly into their eyes.
Yeah, just like
their eyes being trapped in a perfume chamber.
Yeah, it goes into your blood faster that way.
Now you see, I got the off-brand goggles. You know what I mean? But that's the spirit of the goggles community. You know, it's inclusive. As long as you got your goggles on, it don't matter.
Yeah,
for myself here.
Yeah, as long as you got the goggles, you're in good shape. You know. So and it goes really nice with your mustache.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. I really do appreciate that, Dracula. But you know, for the last like week or so, things for goggles have been kind of. This isn't just the goggles cast, by the way. This is GMSONIC. But let's talk a little bit about goggles, dude. How's it doing?
It's been fun, man. Still just a lot of action in the Telegram. A million memes, which is what really makes it fun. I see Funeral here in the chat. Shout out to the meme lord who's created all the metas, all the things. So yeah, it's been. Someone says, "Where did you get the same goggles?" They're a little different. Me and his, right? Yeah.
Oh, you look so foolish now. My snowboard shop now, the snowboard shop at the mountain. I don't even know what fucking brand this is. A last minute goggles box. I didn't have any versus the Gucci goggles. Indistinguishable, dude.
But yeah, no, it's been good. Listed on Mex this week. That went off about a hitch, which is, you know, that can be nerve wracking. So yeah, that went well. Yeah, just humming along. All the memes this last week or so, just had like a crazy run. We got a pullback going on today because Fantom's got a violent pullback, but
shit, dude.
Love to see it all around though, you know.
Wait, I haven't even looked at the chart yet. Can we look at the chart real quick? Because I literally have not looked at it, Jay. How violent of a pullback are we talking about? Are we talking about 60 cents?
I mean, you look at the chart and you're like, oh, that's the pullback.
Oh, okay. Right? Thank fucking God, dude. Thank God. I'm still alive, folks. I still got a house. Okay.
Yeah,
Jeez.
I mean, I'm looking at the actual like percentage here. I mean, it's like 5% on the day or something. It's not that crazy. But when we were just tapping 80 cents, it was like euphoria there. So, as you can see with the meme lines here, it's about what I figured in this zone that we've been kind of bouncing around. It doesn't shock me that 80 cents we got kind of slapped. So, I've said this before. This kind of movement here, this is way better movement than when we shot up to, what was it, $1.20 or something earlier in the year. To me, this is like what you want to see. We got a leg up, we get pullbacks, leg up. This isn't just like, somebody ran some insane clips and everybody FOMO'd and then we retraced back to like 30 cents or whatever. You know what I mean? So this is what we want to see, is we're grinding up to Sonic.
Nice organic progression, right?
Yeah. I like the way
this thing. We're getting a pump on normal style.
Yeah, and let's be, everyone here that is already involved in Fantom, which is probably most of you guys, if you were here last run, then you remember the chaos of 25% in one day and then a 30% pullback, like just going back and forth, like insane volatility, which is a lot of fun. But I still prefer this chart, like it's a different vibe now where, 5-6% pullback. I mean, yeah, it doesn't even really sting that much. But when you're looking at all the kind of like alts and memes and stuff, it's like, yeah, everybody's kind of like having like a big pullback right now.
Yeah. Is the Bitcoin movement still down from yesterday? We still on a downward slope. I've seen a couple Chicken Littles saying we bounced off a line and it's going down.
To me, it's kind of funny that this is the Bitcoin weekly, so I mean it's gonna look different than a Fantom daily, of course. But honestly,
it looks like it reversed in September. To me,
yeah, I mean honestly, it's not much like, it's kind of the same thing. We're just bouncing around here. I think we're waiting for the election to finish, maybe some of this macro stuff to wrap up a little bit. I think this is going to continue for a minute.
Yeah, we're waiting on the coronation of Emperor Trump. Once that happens, then we're going to get a golden dawn on Bitcoin, I'm sure.
Literally a golden DON.
Dude, nice. I didn't even think about that. You're right. Yeah. The golden emperor, Donald Trump.
But yeah, I mean, I think what's important right now is that I think that the growth on this chart, and I mean, even looking at Fantom, I think the difference is that this to me shows that people are believing. People are believing that despite everything that's been happening on the world stage, the stock market's still ripping. It was a delayed reaction with crypto. I think people had to I think a lot had to happen for people to start feeling confident enough to like really come back to the market. But, and we're still not even, in my opinion, we're still not in a bull run. We're just not like in the depths of hell anymore. We're not in the depths of a bear market. It's been pretty bullish most of this year, but I still think that we still haven't seen the real market rip yet, because we got to break this 70,000 Bitcoin thing, this 72K kind of deal. We need to, Bitcoin's got to get to like 80K, I think, for this thing to really start moving. 80, maybe even 90,000.
Whoa, you calling for some big numbers, bro.
I mean, I think that Bitcoin we're going to have to get close to like 100K. And then this market it's going to rip, man. And it's going to happen. It's just a matter of, is it closer to the end of the year, or is it more like somewhere in early next year, maybe like end of Q1 or something?
It's inevitable, basically. We're talking about it's inevitable. There's some news, coming out about the ETFs, right? Where inflows have been increasing rapidly for Bitcoin. I think ETFs own about 1 to 2% of all total supply. So, yeah, it's just gonna happen, buddy. But it's gonna happen.
I mean, this is confidence in the market, and it's why I was more of the opinion of the ETF stuff was going to be a slower burn, because when you have the ETFs, the traditional investing, 401k kind of stuff, that takes a little time. These guys got to, get on the phones and call all the old people and say, listen, I got a fantastic new product. You need to put 1% of your portfolio into it. Generational wealth is at stake. You want your great grandkids to live in a fucking palace, don't you? Then don't be a cuck and move some of this retirement money to Bitcoin. So that takes time, because it was interesting to see still like this dying, kind of like the Elizabeth Warren thing towards the end of last year. There were still just like these people just holding on to that last dying little fucking thread of Silk Road. Bitcoin, people buy drugs with that and guns,
That's kind of
people would much rather have a digital trail where their currency could be tracked over American cash, right? American USD, which is what actually funds everything that is, messed up in the world. But yeah, it took, I think there was still just like that last little, and I mean, we move 5 years from now, that stuff's over. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I wanted to say that was like a bullish signal actually, because if now I'm not too on it. Like, I feel like a lot of the times that's just like noise. Like when the politicians are just yammering, they just say shit like all the time. You know what I mean? They just say shit that has nothing to do with anything just to get like attention. It's an attention economy. They're essentially meme coins, politicians. But when I saw a couple articles yesterday, like there was one that was talking about like the European Central Bank is saying like Bitcoin should be obliterated. There is the Fed from I think Minneapolis or some shit was saying that Bitcoin should be taxed or just extremely like regulated out of existence.
Yeah.
And there were other politicians still saying this line of like, the only reason people use crypto just in general, all crypto, is like to commit crime. The only reason you would ever use it is to commit crime, which is like dated at this point, I think, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's like you have to,
even if you're not in the degen trenches like us, there's a lot of other reasons to use crypto.
I mean, yeah, and I think people are seeing that, especially with what's happened with a lot of the currencies around the world. But also, I always view it like this, and it's kind of like what you just said, really. It's like if you look at it like memes or alts or whatever, is these people are just protecting their bags, right? If you want to just really dumb it down and simplify it. So they have bags at stake, so they got a FUD, you know what I mean? But I think some of those people truly do believe that. But other people, I think it's just more of it's a political, it's a political stance for their boomer base or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think 5 years from now, we, start phasing out another generation. It's already happening now. I don't think this is even on the radar in 5 years.
Yeah, doubt it. But, it's the times we live in. But let's move on from Bitcoin here. Yeah, this is right, Paul. Blockchain is the worst way to get away with crime. You can see it all. Physical fiat is king of crime.
And that's exactly what I was saying. Is that's the ironic part is it was like there's actually a trail on this stuff. Cash is actual king for all the dark market, black market, whatever stuff.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good point, Mr. Clean. 190 million in crypto campaign contributions, and they think it's used for nothing. Well, that's why you don't see like the president, like the people running for president. You don't see Trump or Kamala saying anything about crypto now because, well, Trump's been in this shit for a while now. And then Kamala obviously had like a big pivot recently when she was saying,
yeah, they had the pivot.
What was it, like, like protecting black crypto owners or something, like specifically black guys. Not even like black women too, specifically black men protecting their crypto is a very niche target, but that's a pivot nonetheless.
Yeah, we have to. I don't even know where to go with that one. It's just like,
it's a weird thing to throw out there, but it happened. It's true. I don't know what to say about it. It came on Twitter.
Yeah, it did happen. I saw it. But yeah,
we can talk about this. We can move to memes, right? We want to move to memes. There are people spamming in the chat here. Not as much anymore, but
well,
get me anxious, dude.
I have something kind of like close to the show that's been happening, right? And it all started with, Corval is a Fantom celebrity. Fantom royalty was once renowned as the greatest villain on Fantom, somehow turned into the prince, the prince that was promised. So Corval's so famous that apparently there was a little gold rush around some Corval Degen Express launches. So we had, I believe Corval was the first one, right?
Yeah, that was the first one that I saw.
Yeah, so Corval was running wild.
And then
Then
we saw Corval with goggles.
yeah, Corval with goggles, which that's on brand, I guess, right? I mean,
Yeah. I got the goggles on. I keep them on. We all know that from day one. A1 since day one, baby. And then we've seen all these other derivatives. But I guess I want to point out, first Corval. I'll be honest with you. I'm gonna be really open and honest. I was a little salty. I was like, "What the fuck, dude?"
well,
I didn't get an entry on this. That's what I was upset about. And then Corval with goggles. I was warming up to the idea a little bit more. I kind of like Corval with goggles because.
Oh, let me stop you there. I do have something there for that.
There's no racing because if we catch you,
Like this one.
I think that was where they took. I mean, I guess they had to have taken the image from that, right?
Yeah. And I've been sending them some images and stuff because I think it's kind of funny. It's good for my personal brand a little bit as long as this thing doesn't blow up.
Well, here's the funny part is this search. I can't go far enough back into the history because Degen Express has had like a explosion over the last week or so, especially. So I can't even, I would have to go back like 50, 60 pages. The search only pulls up 3, but when this happened, there was probably 10 or 11. But the funny part was Mr. Goat got involved.
Yeah.
And he said he wanted to see Stash. And this doesn't even remotely, like if you thought Corval was crazy, when he dropped that tweet, once again, these are only 3 stashes, right? There was probably 10 or 11 stashes instantly. And I guess with the Corval ones, you kind of had Corval and Corval with goggles. Those kind of end up being like what, were the winners. But with Stash, I mean, there was so many of them. I guess there wasn't really like a winner that emerged from that.
This one down here is like crazy because they scrolled through my timeline to find that one, dude.
That is a little disturbing.
Some freak had that image saved, but
yeah, that one they definitely like went through your pictures.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Good for my brand. Getting my engagement numbers up on Twitter. Yeah, no, I just want to be clear. I haven't launched any of these. I'm more involved in Corgals, right? I did give them the name because I thought it was funny, Corgals. But like, I don't want to be like I don't want to be BitBoy. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be saying, "Fucking buy this shit now." Have fun, guys. Be responsible. Okay?
All right, Corval Nation. I'm dropping the official Corval token.
Yeah, dude.
Core.
The former President Trump dropped a token, and that shit, he couldn't move that shit. So I don't even want to get into that game, okay?
But it is kind of like a fun. It shows you that it is kind of like Degen Express is like really Degen Express Pump Fun. They are kind of like it's some excitement when something's happening on the timeline and everybody can have fun with it. I mean, unless you're the guy that bought the top. But otherwise, it's kind of more just like having some fun in the casino, and it's like people don't have to like necessarily make it like some huge project and that they have to keep supporting or whatever. So
that was the thing. I learned that term recently. This shows how I'm kind of a dumb guy. CTO. I've been seeing this tossed around so. I learned that when the Corval, the first Corval coin became a CTO, I was like, Certified Technology Officer.
That's your title, right?
Executive position.
Yeah, I mean, speaking as it's like the CTO. Yeah, community takeover is kind of like a nice way to drop a coin and then say I don't want to like keep working on it. But like I said, a lot of these tokens I don't think should be viewed like that anyway. If it's launching on Pump Fund, Degen Express, don't be sad it's over. Smile it happened, right?
Yeah, be grateful for the memories.
We had another situation, which Mary, I guess it's Mary. Another one of those deals where new employee for Sonic Labs. She's making, I guess, kind of like educational content, that kind of stuff, and she kind of did like a little demo of making a token on Degen Express. So to follow through with the demo, I guess she had to, push the buttons and everything. So everybody went nuts. And I mean, this thing went insane.
Yeah.
Let me pull up the deck screener.
I should message Mari. We can commiserate, dude. I mean, like, look what these degens have done to us.
Yeah, let me put it
They've
on like an
commodified
hour.
us.
Yeah, I mean, it like instantly shot off Degen Express to, go to the decks. You have to like get the market cap to a certain limit to get moved off of Degen Express's bonding curve. And, this move here, I mean, this was insanity. Just like those first however many hours, right? And I mean, even today, I mean, this is, how many days? Okay, we were like 2 days ago. This thing is still got 1,000 makers, trading 600,000 in volume so far today. So yeah, it's a good example though of the CTO you were talking about, because with this project, it was just her making a tutorial. So I mean, it doesn't have a team, right? It doesn't have, so community people kind of had to like grab it and run with it if it was going to like stay alive, right?
Yeah, like that seems to be like kind of the case with like a lot of them. Like, all right, here, you ready for my meme coin thesis?
Yeah.
Okay, because this ties into it. So like basically my thesis for a meme coin, right, is like from the ones that I've seen that have been successful, it has to be, the term has come into the lexicon recently, a cabal coin, but it has to be a cabal coin, because what you need to have is it's like a nuclear reactor, right?
Mhm.
Like you need to have consistent energy for a long time with maybe even nothing happening,
Yeah.
right? And so that's gonna, in every kind of like organization, that's gonna boil down to like a few people generally that are driving the action, right?
Mhm.
Like that they're kind of committed, and then over time, what's gonna happen? Right, they're pushing out this content consistently. They're capturing a little bit of mind share. They're maybe not even getting a lot of buys usually, right? The really successful ones. And then what happens is a whale comes in, and a whale sees, all right, these guys are consistently producing content, so I can count on them to go ballistic when I pump the price. And if they go ballistic, that's going to give me plenty of exit liquidity, right? Like I'm going to be able to get out. I'll be able to take a little profit here. And then the ideal situation, right, with something like Doge. Well, like Doge is a little different, but Doge still followed the same thing in that it was a successful CTO in a way, and that a few cabals organized around it. But once this pump off happens, right, pumps up big. The ideal situation is you've reached like nuclear levels. Like now, so much attention is on you, and the best marketing in crypto is always price action. No matter what anyone says, it doesn't matter how many mascots you have. It doesn't matter how, I mean, that all stuff all kind of helps. But what really matters is if people see the number go up, then they're like, all right, I'm in. You see that with like SPX or whatever. If you look at the SPX chart, it's like a full year of jack shit happening. And then it takes off. And now we get to see, is it going to level out or what?
Yeah, I mean, look at this chart for it. This is the 4 hours, so this isn't like days, but yeah, look at this.
See,
this
and I looked at SPX for the first time in December, right? This thing has been going on for a long time, and their chat had been going on for like that long, dude, a straight year. So that's my advice to any aspiring meme coin people out there. You got to have the cabal, dude. You got to be committed if you want to get the supernatural, insane success. But there's also nothing wrong with having a little fun, a little PvP fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, it's a tough game. I mean, I've talked about it before on here, how being like in the background, mostly DeFi over the years until, obviously the bear market, we kind of shifted to this meme meta, and I got kind of like involved in a couple projects. Memes in some way are way harder than DeFi sometimes, because DeFi, you can just make the product, and yeah, it takes a lot of work up front, but then when your product is done, you can just kind of, keep marketing up, keep partnerships up, product's finished, it's kind of just out there in the wild and people are using it. With the meme tokens, it's like you have to be delivering something almost every day.
Yeah. Tell me if you think this sounds about right. Because I was talking about this earlier with someone. It's the idea that building like a DeFi product is literally like building a business. Like you're creating something that's going to generate revenue, ideally. So like there's some pluses and minuses to that, right? Like I might be able to, the product, if it works, it'll at least do something, right?
Yeah.
And with a meme coin, it's kind of just like speculative betting on the one hand, but I was thinking about it, and really what it is it's almost like a pseudo advertising agency. Like it's like how much attention can you grab and how long can you hold it?
You are
And that's how
seeing,
you success. There's
yeah,
no
you are
resonating
seeing
goal.
like it is almost like a deeper thought shift on this. You know what I mean? Where
Uh-huh.
people are like analyzing it differently, where it is kind of like some crazy, like you said, it's almost more of like, you know, you're running like a marketing company or I don't know, something. So it's evolving for sure. And I've said this before where I know there's people that are DeFi centric that are salty. I've always rode both sides. Even like last run or wherever, I always aped dumb memes. And, you know, to me, I just, like I said, if I felt like if you could go in with the mindset of I'm either joining like a community that I enjoy, and if we keep kind of like what you were saying earlier, if we keep working at it and keep getting mind share, it's going to keep growing. Or you view it as, yeah, like I'm straight up just like playing in the casino, you know? I was always okay with that, you know, being a person that was like really more into like DeFi. So I think there are DeFi people that are kind of like, yeah, this is like over when the bull run starts. And I don't think that can be the case, right? It's not a bottom or a top signal anymore. It's like there's going to be in the bull run. I do think we have a huge resurgence of DeFi, maybe even like the majority of the market share at that point. But every chain is going to have like a handful of like memes that are still successful, that still have like lots of volume every day, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I truly think it is like it's part of the game now for sure, you know, like, and I don't want to say like, you know, you're dumb if you're not messing with them, because I totally understand like if you don't feel like taking that risk or getting burnt or whatever. But I think you are kind of leaving something on the table if you won't at least like do some research on it and find some, you know, just at least like do some research on it and understand like what's happening. Because it's not, like I said, it's the game has changed. It's not a bottom or top signal anymore. It's going to be part of the main narrative going forward.
My God. They've already launched a Cabal Degen Express token, a vegan Express token. We're tastemakers. But no, I agree with you, Dracula. You gotta be curious. You can't be all in one boat in DeFi and meme coins, because it is occupying like us. And as this point said, memes kept DeFi alive this run, equal, thrive. Yeah, it is still just trading. It is still like a form of decentralized finance. It's just more like chaotic, I guess. Like it's not like these are not created like serve any kind of function. I've heard them described as like culture coins or community coins or something like that. But it's literally just a meme coin. Like, can you have fun with it? Can you have fun shilling it is really what it seems to be the key thing. Can you have fun shilling this token?
Well, I did want to touch on this point from Miner because I think it's a really good point, because Fantom was like a unique situation going into summer, even because we've known we're moving to Sonic. So there were projects that have been ready to launch since like early this year, but they want to wait for Sonic. And I totally get that. You know what I mean? You've worked really hard on something. Everybody that's on Fantom knows that Fantom is, you know, winding down. Everyone's going to go to Sonic. So it was kind of like a unique situation, I think, where, yeah, I mean, the memes, the remaining memes, it was kind of like some of the only stuff to do. You know, you still have your big dexes, but you know, not a ton of DeFi stuff to do. You know, Equalizer did give some kind of like utility and market to a lot of these tokens that would have otherwise just died. But you know, it was like a mutual beneficial relationship, right? Because, you know, basically Equalizer needs projects so that its flywheel, you know, and everything can like work for its holders, and meme tokens needed some kind of like weekly utility and like something going on to stay alive. And, you know, like I said, nobody's dropping new DeFi right now. I mean, we're almost there. I mean, we're at this point, we got to be we're probably right under 2 months for Sonic. I don't know the exact launch date, but they're still saying December. We're almost towards the end of October. So worst case scenario, we're right at the 2 month mark, really. So
guys, bring that Cabal screen up and see why degens have no brain.
This feels like a psyop right now. So I don't think I'm going to.
Okay. See, I'm naive enough to fall for it. Be like, okay, I'll do it. Study Fiery.
Yeah. Share the deployer wallet and let's see who's in here right now.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna need everyone's wallets right now. Like I'm a fucking comp. Everyone IDs now. Yeah,
So-
dude.
Because you know what? Somebody mentioned the Marie tutorial and they said, was this the first time somebody, did this like on a video? And somebody chimed in like, no, like GMSONIC, they launched a meme live.
Yeah,
And it was
that's a trend, baby.
yeah, and it was insanity. So I don't want to like pump or dump somebody's chart right this second.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta be respectful. Got to remember the undue power we have, dude. Although I do get a little bit of pride though, because when I've seen people say like, "Was this the fastest meme coin launch off of Degen Express?" and I'm always just like, "Bro, you must have not seen GMSONIC, dude. We couldn't even finish making a Telegram group before these retards ran away with it."
I was trying to buy when it went live, and it had already gone off the decks or whatever, gone off the curve. It bonded. So we got front run that day, guys. I think there was, I guess, because we had
got rugged. You got rugged by the community.
We had made the stream about like, hey, we're gonna build a token live on Degen Express. So I mean, it was our highest viewed show. It was like 13,000 people live or something. So yeah, we didn't have a chance, man. So I was happy to provide exit liquidity for all of you.
Yeah,
I hope you enjoyed that day.
The show promotion. It's just the marketing budget for the show, the advertising budget. Oh, thank you, Stinky Finance. That's a great comp. That's a great
perfect cop mustache.
Thank you so much. So we want to talk about the airdrop next, or do we want to list our favorite meme coins in order?
Well, we'll do a little actual Sonic talk right now, right? We are GMSONIC, so you actually shared this morning with me. I hadn't seen it yet.
Yeah, this fellow Pavel, who's working for the foundation, he's doing some stuff. His past work for their new light paper. See, I don't know if he's affiliated or whatever, but I love a flow chart. And I was looking at these. This first one here, pretty complicated, but it seems to be how the bridging will work between Sonic and Ethereum. The second one is how I think gas reimbursement works or some shit. And then the third one was the one that was most interesting to me. That's the one
the one he wants to see, though.
It's the simplest one. It's just like how the tokens are allocated for the airdrop. So I thought that might be kind of cool to show people.
Yeah, no, it's kind of nice to see it broken down like this, just because I think there is still some confusion about like how the airdrop is gonna work. I think it's a really cool concept with these FNFTs that are going to be on Paint Swap. But yeah, I mean, the idea is you get your NFT, right? 25%. So day one, everybody gets 25% of their allocation, right? So that's pretty sweet. That's not too bad considering that the rest is kind of like vested. So you get 25% on day one. Then 75% of your allocation goes into this FNFT, right?
Yeah. Hey, could you click on the image?
Yeah, good idea there. Much better. Yeah, much better.
If you hit those arrows to the right, next to his name, it should
Hey, I'm learning. Yeah, I mean, so you get 25% dropped straight to your wallet. The remaining 75% gets locked in the vesting NFT. So this is kind of a good diagram here, because I think this is where people have gotten kind of confused, is the way like the vesting works. Because what they're saying here is, what they're saying is on day one, you'll get 25% of your tokens. So you don't have anything else to claim on day one. Or I mean, day zero, sorry. Let me say it like that. Day zero, you get your tokens, nothing else to claim. From there on, every day, part of your allocation is building in that NFT. But the kicker is let's say on day three, Sonic's pumping, and you're like, I just got to get the rest of these tokens. You're only going to get what's been allocated so far, and the rest gets burnt.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so that's something important that, like I said, I think this is a really good diagram, because I do think the vesting concept has been a little confusing to some people. So that's the way this works, is that the longer you wait, so if you make it to day 270, which is 9 months, you get 100% of that allocation unlocked. So we need to write down on a calendar day 270 after Sonic launches so we can be ready. But that's the idea, is that I wish it would have gone up a little more so they could keep showing you. But let's say day 20 is actually like a decent amount of tokens that you can now claim. and you feel like price is at all-time high, it's the time to claim. That you'll claim those tokens, so they're yours, but the rest of your NFT is going to get burnt. So the rest of those tokens are gone at that point.
Yeah. I kind of like, I think I said this when we first talked about this. What I like about this is like it doesn't screw holders over too badly, right? Like, because it means like you can't just dump. It's also got me thinking this airdrop has got to be kind of large for them to be so concerned.
I mean, last time we checked price, I think we were around this price area, and the airdrop was worth at that point $170 million. But there's something else to touch on is the reason they're doing this vest, like this vest system with your FNFT, is because through Paint Swap, there will be a market for trading these. Kind of like if you have an equal VNFT and you can like, sell it on the market, even though you're locked. Same idea here. So you could like, let's say price hits all-time high and you feel like it's a good time to sell and we're only like 30 days in, you can list that thing on the market. You can say, hey, it's unlocking. You still have like however many months before unlock. So I'm going to give you a discount on the total amount of tokens. But it's a nice system because if done correctly, you're getting more of your value than you would necessarily like, if you didn't want to wait, you're getting more value than you would be able to claim that day. And then somebody else is speculating and they're getting a discount on what they think, hey, I think Sonic's going to be higher priced at that point. So It's a really cool system. I think it's unique. I wouldn't be shocked to see this emulated in the future. We'll have to see how it plays out. I mean, nobody's done this before.
Yeah, it's a really novel system. I mean, a lot of people have played with these like financial NFTs, and I think that's still a part that I'm really excited to see like grow more. But I like this implementation. I think this could be really healthy if this plays out well and gets implemented throughout more crypto stuff. No, obviously Sonic will be forever king, but it'd be cool if we saw other people implement this shit. Something new just came across my desk, Drac. The Sonic Labs team has fucking dared to drop some hot news while we were literally doing a stream here.
Oh, I love it.
Is it this one? Is this the one I'm looking for? I think so.
Oh, do we have domain confirmation?
Yeah, we got domain names now.
Oh shit.
So if you sign up for the whitelist now, I did that before I put this on the stream because obviously I don't want to get sniped, domain sniped, but get your very own Sonic domain name, dude. It's cool to do, it's fun, and we all love it.
Yeah, that's like honestly, it's like everybody loves doing that when there's like a new chain, it's like, oh, I can go get my wallet name or whatever. Really? So yeah, man. So that's gonna be fun. I'm glad that I think the reason they're kind of approaching that head on is, as some of you may recall, we didn't really have there was like 3 or 4 different projects that kind of tried to do the Fantom domains. And I think there was ultimately like a winner. I can't remember which one it was. It's been so long ago, but I like the idea of kind of like going ahead and getting this settled to where like, all right, like these are the ones you want, like do it, so that we don't have that situation where there's like several people trying to do it. And you're like, I don't know which one to get, because if I get the wrong one, it's not going to be the one that's recognized with the wallets and the scan or whatever, So yeah. That's good news though. That's hot off the press.
Hell yeah. We got Haha asking about the fee sharing model. Do we want to come back to that? Because we're kind of running.
Yeah, we're getting crunched on time. So in a classic GMSONIC, we'll talk about that next time, where we'll forget to talk about it. But we'll really try to remember.
We'll remember.
But yeah, we're running out of time here. So as always, Tuesdays, Fridays, 10 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. ish, I guess I would say. I don't know if I could say 10 a.m. I don't remember the last time we started at 10, but yeah, OX Sonic Talk. X is where, the most action is for us, but you can also watch it on YouTube, GM_Sonic, or anywhere you listen to podcasts.
Oh, wait, yeah, I got an exit video I want to play. And this one, well, I don't know. I just want to play because it's funny. I saw it was funny. It might just be funny to me, but I'm going to play it anyway. This one's for the Familio, bro.
We will make America.
Total libtard deportation imminent. Makes me laugh. And that it's a very silly phrase. We began it with McDonald's. We're going to end it with McDonald's. And I'll see you guys next time.
See you next time.